Let me be perfectly clear, y'all. Who am I? Spikes, Spikesxu, Spikes and you, Poppy, Daddy. Many people call me different. I'm joking. But who am I? Whatever you want to call me, quite frankly. There's no ill will, no ill intent in anything that I do. I'm not someone who is driven by ill intent, plain and simple. I know this may be hard to believe or weird to hear because we live in this environment that literally glorifies toxicity. So it might seem really strange to you. Wait, what? This person has no ill intent? Like he's got to be lying, right? He's got to be lying. No, I do not harbor any of it. But I know it can be hard to hear because we live in this environment where it has become normal, especially on the internet. The internet, everywhere you go, you see toxicity, you see drama, you see people being disingenuous, you see all these types of things going on. It's commonplace on the internet. So, of course, this person's just like me, right? This person's just like me. No, I'm not. I'm not just like you. If you're that type of person, I'm not. And I'm not afraid to say that. I don't want to be. So understand that first and foremost before we dive into this. I'm simply a big believer of truth, accountability, logic. And then, of course, at the top of my list of things that I cannot stand are liars and manipulators. Too many of which are interwoven within the PSO2 NGS community. So naturally you can see where the rift comes through here. By the way, first be sure to like, subscribe. It helps out tremendously. Thank you very much. I know there's been a lot of commotion, and let me be the first to say, y'all, as I understand there's been a lot of commotion going on. Let me be the first to say, I have no idea what y'all are saying about me, and I genuinely do not care. No, we have that cleared up. Let's continue on. When I speak on these matters, it's not as if they just suddenly come up, out of the blue. No pun intended, wearing blue right now. That wasn't intentional, but it is what it is. Either way, we'll just say it was intentional. Genius mind. Five head. Anyways, many of these issues have been discussed in the context of live streams. With tidbits and here and there, this and that. These aren't just matters that just appeared out of nowhere. If you ever watched my live streams, you heard moved around versions of these things, like bits and pieces of these topics addressed. This is nothing new. I just never made a full video for any of this type of stuff addressing it. But these have been things that I have been observing within the community for years, and I've spoken on numerous times, numerous occasions. When I was in the program, you never got like full videos just like particularly pertaining to these situations because, I felt like I was part of a team. However, naturally, I'm no longer part of a team. So now you kind of get these full things here. But either way, you would have easily heard me talk about these things in the context of my streams, regardless. So just off the gate, letting y'all know that these didn't just appear out of nowhere. Anyone who has followed my content, who has watched my streams or anything of the sort, has heard how we have had discussions on these. This is nothing new, as these are concerns that we have openly discussed many a time. Now, many people will try to paint a negative image of me. Naturally, it's what's the internet, it's what they do, right? Cancel culture, all that stuff, yeah, I don't care. They will say things, they will do things, they will try to bend truths, etc., etc. This is the type of behavior that's widespread within the NGS global community in the first place. So this should come as no surprise, quite frankly. In fact, seeing this behavior should further reinforce the issue that is the NGS global community and its oversight. Quite frankly, this is a prime example of it. Just think of it like that. This is a prime example of the exact issues that we're talking about within this community. And seeing the reactions and how malicious people will become when someone says something that they simply do not agree with should be very alarming. Very alarming. There was never anything I said that was attacking anyone. I was directly ill intent towards someone. No, I pointed out an obvious situation with the current system that we have in place. And what happened? You have a whole bunch of people with all this maliciousness towards me and so and so and so and all this AI. You know what I'm saying? Like, just take a second to step back and look at the reactions of the people around you. And let that be one of the biggest examples. Take a look at what I said, how I said the things, how I address the things, the manner of which I address them, and then look at the reactions and ask yourself, are those one-to-one reactions? They're not. So let me be perfectly clear once again. When I address these things, it's because I feel they need to be addressed. It's because it's clear that they have reached substantially problematic levels of proportion. It's as simple as that. I am not here to appease anybody. I'm not here to want to fit into a circle. I do not care about fitting into a circle. If that circle is disingenuous, I wish no ill will on any of you, and there's literally nothing that you could do that would make me want to wish such a thing. It's simply not in my nature. So you can do whatever you want to do and, say whatever you want to say. And at the end of the day, if I personally myself deem that I want to discuss something, I will discuss it. There's no stopping that. Let you know right now, there's no stopping that. If I personally deem I want to discuss something, I will discuss it. There's no, oh, well, they told me I need to discuss it, or let me drag this out into discuss it. No. If I feel this matter, certain matter, whatever it is, could be, PSO2 related, could be related to how a bag of Doritos is about to blow up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, we're going to have like cheese rain for a month or something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. If I deem that I want to discuss it and want to talk about it, I'm going to discuss it and talk about it. Period. There is no outside force driving me to speak on matters that will positively impact others. None. That's the only reason I need. If it's going to positively impact others, that's the only reason I need. And I will see it through. It's just simple heart and who I am. There's issues and there's bullies and there's people who abuse their powers. And then there's me. For instance, let's take you down memory lane right here. If you want a little bit more of an example of who I am. I was the guy in high school who was cool with mostly everyone. When I say mostly everyone, I really can't think of anyone who I wasn't on good terms with back in high school. The jocks, nerds, the emos, the rockers, the gangsters, the ballers, the outcasts, the preps, the skaters, etc., etc., etc. I was cool with all of them. All the above. I was also the person who had absolutely no issue confronting a bully trying to pick on someone. Stop picking on that little person or that person who won't bite back and pick on someone your own size. I don't like cowards. And bullies are cowards. So are manipulators. So are people who practice malpractice. So are toxic people by general nature. They are all cowards. And they all fit right into the same box. I'm not here to be buddy-buddy with a bunch of fake people on the internet. The people who value and respect me, I show them that same value and respect back. And the friends I do make, as well as the thousands of those of you who support me and my content, you all know I appreciate all of you. You know who y'all are. I have zero interest in wanting the attention of fake friends. Zero interest. There's absolutely no interest by me in having the attention of people who do not value or respect you. There's none. I have no interest in wanting that attention. I'm a firm believer of quality over quantity. So when I speak on matters that impact the community as a whole, that are clearly problematic, I speak on it from the heart, whether you like it or not. I'm not afraid of the truth, and I have never ran from the truth. I don't bend the truth to make it what I want it to be. I look at the truth for what it is, whether I like it or not. I walk straight forward into it. So when you look at me, understand two things, y'all. To conclude, when you look at me, understand two things. One, I'm not your average dude on the internet. Two, no matter how much you dislike me, I wish absolutely zero ill upon any of you. And that's simply something you will have to live with. That's your journey of acceptance, not mine. At any rate, be sure to like, subscribe, y'all. See you on the next one. Much love, Paula. Spikesxu content.